Welcome back to our new video. So today we gather for a new topic. We know how to think, but we do not know how to think properly and clearly. Our mind always stuck at the difficult situations, but we cannot come out of the situations. And that's why we are gathered with a new topic. So
Thank you. But before I start the topic, I'd like to give you one thing surprise. That is, how are you? Yes, you may be fine, but you're on the way to become the member of globe. And in this global situation, to become the member of global situation, it is not quite an easy game. For the globe stands for G, and G always stands for granular performance. Without having a granular performance with the globe, you cannot become the member of globe. Easily, anybody cannot become the member of any kind of richest school. Do you know? Here, richest does not mean that the school is bound with money. Here, richest means intelligence. Anybody easily cannot become the member of that NASA, ISRO. They must have something granular within them. Yes, we all are unique, but to bring out the uniqueness is quite tough. For that reason, one thing we must have we must have the control over ourselves. Not control, understanding. That is our thinking process. Without having our thinking process in the way of perfection, we cannot become the member of globe. So where should we move our thinking process to? It is English, the language. Without having the uniqueness in this language, you cannot. Manageable English can help you to have a managed life, but unique language can help you to have a unique life. So what do you want to talk about?
So here is two things Dhot told, that one is manageable English and one is unique English. Am I right? So manageable English helps in your examination, but it's not help in your personal life and professional life. So here, if you want to improve yourself, you must to focus on unique English. How we improve our English? There is lots of option in today's world, and we know how much we listen, how much we reading. That's all helps in improve your English, but we are afraid from taking the risk, and we think our books, that is syllabus, we are already bound in our syllabus. If you want to have the unique English, then you must need to out of books. There are lots of books. So the books maybe come in your interest. Like if you like to do singing, you can purchase book from singing books also here. And if you like to read news, then you can choose magazine like News Times, Economics India, and much more. So there is lots of options in today's world to survive with your unique English language. So that is my thought.
Recently, my two brothers say about English and the syllabus, and they want to make you understand. Then we are always focusing on syllabus. Only we are focusing on the numbers. We are running behind the numbers. We never have the dare to running behind the knowledge. Number is nothing, just a figure of some like this, anything else. But knowledge is everything, because whenever you get an extraordinary knowledge, the way you said that granular, it means the uniqueness, the extraordinary things within yourself. If you are ordinary, you may get a job and you will be satisfied. But if you have some extra things within you, you may make yourself entrepreneur. At that time, you do not need to stay in a limited space. You always want to stay in an unlimited space. You don't want to cage in a matrix. You want to stay beyond the matrix, and for that very reason you need to focus on the knowledge, not the numbers. And the first thing is, don't focus on syllabus. You may complete your syllabus and think that I may get very beautiful number, it means I am successful. Sorry, it's totally wrong. You are not successful there. If you have some extraordinary knowledge, then you will be succeeded in your life. Thank you.
How to think properly? There are lots of ways to think properly, but we would not follow the right path. Our thinking process always works as the same patterns, and we know, and we call it habits. But there is the first step, the clear your thinking process, asking questions. Yes, asking question, the right person, the right question. If you have the problem of headache, you have asked the question your teacher, how the teacher can help you to relieve your headache. So you ask this question your doctor, not your teacher. That's the same way our brain works. So right questioning mindset is always required for a clear thinking process. We know the thinking process, if clear, our life will be clear, for our action also clear, and we take right action to right situations. Now I like to give the thinking process I know to understand what is think our Biprajit Dhar.
So, yes, you have brought a beautiful topic. The asking question is the way to bring perfection in our thinking process. Yes, it is. Because without asking question, how can you change your thinking process? You are stagnant on a particular position. So that's why, to move from that particular position to become the citizen of globe, to become an unique guy, you must have an asking mindset, because this very thing will force you to come out of that very particular comfort zone. In the middle of your conversation, your speech, I was just was laughing for a reason. A reason came in my mind, occurred in my mind. The thought is mobile, using the mobile. Do you use mobile?
Yes, I use.
Yes, there I can see.
Oh yes.
Yes. We all use mobile, smartphones. But have you thought like this way, that whenever we use smartphone, are we smart?
If you use smartphone, it doesn't mean you are very much smart, or you are very much smart enough to use the smartphone.
Do you know, guys, what is the meaning of mobile? The meaning of mobile is which is always moving, which is always running. It is not stagnant. That is why whenever we use the mobile, we are stagnant. Why? It is good to use the mobile, but it is not good to be stagnant while using the mobile. Mobile is always moving. Then while using the mobile, why are you not moving from your particular own stagnant position? Look, thinking process is something that has been bought in my mind from a decade, because the way we think is the way we feel, and is the way we act, and that is the way we get the consequence in our life. Okay, the way we think, it has been it has been circulated. It has been inherited. Okay, the way we think, it has been inherited from our parents. Then, do you ask a question into yourself that the way our parents think is the way we think? Okay, do you know? They force us to think like like themselves. But how did they get that kind of thought that they are asking us to follow? It is the reason of ancient culture. Look, ये सोसाइटी एक ऐसी चीज़ है ना, हम लोगों को ऊपर भी नहीं पहुँचने देता और नीचे भी नहीं आने देता. সোসাইটি
সোসাইটি এটা বল যে সোসাইটি উপরে যেতে দেয় না, তোমার পা ধরে তোমাকে টেনে নিচে নামা, এটা হয়.
सोसाइटी ऐसी चीज़ है जो हमें ऊपर उठने नहीं देती.
तुम्हारा टांग पकड़ के खींच के नीचे ला देते हैं अगर तुम ऊपर उठने की कोशिश करते हो तो.
सोसाइटी एक ऐसी चीज़ है ना जो तुमको कभी भी ऊपर नहीं जाने देगा. ये हर वक्त हर पल में सोचेगा कि कैसे तुमको ऊपर से नीचे ले सकता है, लाया जाए. आई एम लिटिल बिट वीक इन हिंदी, सॉरी. So that is why they have been bought a mindset how to be stagnant. It is not the mindset of ourselves, it is the mindset of society. So to change our society, one thing is inevitable: asking question. Why it is happening? Dada one that told one thing before our ceremony that do not say always because, say something cause. What is the cause? What is the reason of this? Why we are thinking like this way? Why we are stagnant in a particular place? Did you ever think? Now it is the time to change ourselves, to move ourselves, to make ourselves forward into another step. What is the difference between 18th century and 20th century? Only difference, thinking process. Look, we all use mobile, but being stagnant, we are using mobile. Do you know what is the meaning of involuntarily discipline? It is a beautiful code. We discipline life is a perfect life. You may think that discipline means to control yourself. No, discipline means to understand yourself. Involuntarily discipline means you are with your own whim moving yourself from the comfort zone. You want to have a discomfort life, and when you have the discomfort life, when you have that life you want in your heart, you must come out of your comfort zone. You must adopt the involuntary disciplined life. There are lots of successful people. How they are successful, do you know? They for a week, for a month, they normally lie down on a floor. On that, in the circumstance, in the season of winter, they normally sleep on the floor. They open up their shirt and they run in the morning in the foggy weather. It is called involuntarily discipline. It means they want to bring themselves out from their comfort zone. That's called involuntary discipline. This is the way to change your thinking process, because we are stagnant. It means when we are stagnant, we are in the comfort zone, and to change ourselves from the comfort zone, we must adopt that very involuntarily discipline. But this does not mean that you must sleep on the floor, in the open floor. No, this is not this is not a particular conception. What you should do, that you must ask question to a perfect person. That is why in our life we must need a guru. We must have a guru. We must have a guru in life. Ancient culture people, in our ancient culture, why they are so much genius? Because they had perfect guru. Fortunately, we are unable to find our perfect guru. You may have a question that why in this time Swami Vivekananda is not present with us. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Yes.
He is died.
Yes, he is right. That I look to say. Yes, you may think that what am I asking? What am I asking? I told you to ask question. Then this does not mean that I must ask mad questions. I mean to say that why the mind of Swami Vivekananda is not with us. The reason is stagnant thought only. At that time, the way they thought is not the thought present here. So you may think now that I brought the difference between 18th century and 20th century, isn't it? I made a difference between that there at 18th century there are wrong thoughts, and 20th century there must be perfect thoughts. No. And when it was 18th century, there were perfect thought at perfect places. And in 20th century, there are perfect thought on perfect places. So why Swami Vivekananda is not with us? You may think that
died.
yes, he is died. This does not mean that when I am asking you for asking question, this doesn't mean you will ask foolish question. Because you may think that when I am talking about asking question is the way to change yourself, to move forward with the perfect society, to have a unique mind. This doesn't mean that you will ask a foolish question, because if you ask foolish question, then they will just throw you out, isn't it? Yes. I mean to say that the mind of Swami Vivekananda, the mind of the heart like Swami Vivekananda is not with us, is not present with us, because still some of our part of our culture still have been thinking like old superstition. They all have been blindly following that religious prejudice with which does not come with a perfect point, which does not come with a perfect meaning. Look, changing our thought is the way to become a perfect human being. Please change your thought. It is not a simple topic, it is an unique topic with unique thoughts. You must change yourself. Have you ever thought, guys, when the woman in our house faces menstruation cycle, at the time we think that they should not be allowed in the room of God. They should not be allowed to touch the religious books. Why? Change your thought, because you are not on that old place, you are not you are not in the present in an ancient place which is blind with religious prejudice. Raja Ram Mohan Rai moved out the Vidhava, what that was? Sotidaha Pratha, with the help of British, because it was just a religious prejudice. We normally think that childhood marriage is has been banned because it is not perfect for our society, isn't it?
Yes.
Look, whenever our woman, our mother or our sister faces menstruation cycle, we think that they are impure. No. Remember one thing, this is the way you have come out. This is the way you are watching this beautiful world. Then why are you thinking like it is impure? Remember one thing, there is nothing pure, nothing impure. Life is just the way it is, and this is the way life is made. Now it all depends on you, how you do, what you do. It's the time to change your thinking process. Because without changing your thinking process, you cannot move. Don't be stagnant. Don't become pond. Don't become negative sponge. Don't become a virus sponge. Do you know what is the meaning of virus sponge? Virus sponge sucks everything, whether dirty or nothing. And virus sponge just move out the beauty like black hole. Why? Change your thinking process, please. So now, Dada, what would you like to say?
So, after listening a beautiful concept of thinking process, their next point is lack of information. That is, we have not sufficient information about the topics, and that's why we are take wrong decisions. And the problem in our society, information available in online and offline also, but we choose always online. Why? There is also option offline. There are lots of books here to help you and move out from the thinking process and changing process. And should you have to learn the mind mapping. For an example, you want to improve your body muscles and your body fitness. That is, there is 4S. Do you know what is the 4S? That is strength, security, stress, and sexual energy. Yes, all are connected in your body. You have to follow all 4 things, 4S's, because the 4S's help you improve your body, and we are stuck in online and virtual and OTT platforms. We forget how to play cricket, how to play football, how to play badminton, and we are stuck in our mobile and our beautiful, so called beautiful online world. But it is fact that online help us in many ways, but there is lots of lack of information. We think Google, here is Google, the all have your, you have the all question and Google have the all answer, but it is wrong. There are lots of question not ready to answer from Google. Create the question. What question Google does not know, right? You have the mindset and Google does not have the mind. He have based on the AI, artificial intelligence, and you have the mind. You have the creative mind. You have the 2 sphere in mind, left hand sphere and right hand sphere. One is logical thinking and one is creative thinking. So Google is just like a tool, and our brain is just like a tool for us. Google help in your mobile and your computer, but you have your also own Google, that is your brain. You work your logical and creative, both the brain combined, the great result and outcome gives you provide, isn't it?
Yes, obviously.
So I would like to ask question to Biprajit Dhar, how to analyze information which we are collected from various sources.
Analyze information. But before that, Dada told one thing nicely, that why we always search our aspirant question to Google. Why?
Because we don't have the answers.
Because we don't have the answers.
Because we don't think that what is the answer. We have Google and we use it.
Yes.
The problem is I have a mobile, I have an internet connection, so I have these
Common
two things common mindset.
Absolutely.
And you do not have the different type of answer. There is lots of answer. The Google will not provide to you,
They don't want to.
and they
work hard.
should not creative like you. You are much more creative than your Google
Yes.
system and algorithm.
Yes.
That is.
Cool, Babu, cool.
Look, when it was the time of Buddha, at the time of Gautam Buddha, there was no any kind of facility like Google, and how did they manage the situation? At the time of Einstein, there was no such a thing as Google. At the time of Galileo Galilei, there was no such a thing as Google. At the time of Swami Vivekananda, there was no such a thing as Google, as internet. Then how did they manage? Only one thing they manage: their inner self, their inner core, their inner core being. Look, anybody can ask questions to the Google, but anybody can calculate faster than calculator. But what's the uniqueness here? Because calculator can calculate fast, and calculator can have a perfection in its answer without
Committing mistake.
Yes, without committing mistakes in comparison with your answer, isn't it?
Yes.
And what is the uniqueness? So that's why we must change ourselves. We must bring innovative thoughts in our way. Yes, we have made computer, but we have stuck in this zone. Now we are thinking that we are in the comfort zone. Why? Come out from that comfort zone and make something extra. Make something extra. For that reason, you must change 4 sets. 4 sets. S-E-T-S sets. One is mindset. Second one is health set. Third one is heart set. And fourth one is soul set. If you only adopt one set out of these 4, you will have only 25% success in your life. And while adopting these 4 sets, you will have 100% success in life.
Third set.
Heart set.
Heart set.
Heart set. So that's why Swami Vivekananda said, only 3 things.
Like you, whenever you give in your heart, through your heart.
Give from your heart.
Yes. That is, you have mindset, you have money, you have lots of things, but
Without expectations, we need to give it to someone from our heart.
Yes, absolutely.
When
So,
we are giving something to a beggar, we don't need to have the expectations then the beggar give me something. At the time we don't have any expectations, the beggar give me something or give me back something. We just give it to the beggar from our heart, because in the upper side God is watching us and blessed us.
So what is mindset? Mindset will help you to focus on your goal. But still, having the focus on your goal, you may have lots of you might not have perfection in your heart. So to change your heart, you must have feelings of gratitude. You must have a compassion mindset, compassion heart set. Second, the body set. Remember one thing: without having a perfect body, you will not have the perfect mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you say that?
Look, and now in this present juncture, if you are ill, would you be able to come here?
No. Simply not.
Yes, simply not. When you are ill, when we normally faces illness, at the time we do not have a perfect mindset. So that's why we must change our health set.
Also, one more thing is, when you are hungry, at the time the English cannot come out from your mouth.
Absolutely. When we are hungry, it is quite impossible. There's a beautiful line in Bengali I'd like to say in English. Look, we all love to read books,
Yes.
but with hungerness we cannot. With hungerness,
When you are hungry, English cannot come out from your mouth.
yes, absolutely. And fourth one is soul set. How can you change your soul set? Look, changing your soul set is the process you do while you go through introspection. What is the meaning of introspection?
Yes.
Atmaka darshan.
Atma Darshan, it means
Atmagyan.
Atmagyan.
The self knowledge,
Self
self
knowledge.
actualization.
ज्ञान चक्षु बोला जाता है ना, ज्ञान चक्षु ये क्या है? The meaning of third eye is not present here. Okay, third eye is present here. Without having our perfect heart, we cannot. So what is third eye? Where it is present, third eye? It is not anything about religious matter. If you just sit like this way, third eye cannot be realized. To have the third eye, you must change your heart set. You must change your health set. You must change your that mindset. And to have the third eye means you will see the whole world. And to see the whole world is the way. To have the way that you will see the whole world is to have that soul set. So there's a point that why we normally use Google. Because we are stagnant, we are comfort zone. We are in the comfort zone. I don't want to bring that very thoughts here. So that question was, the topic was technical.
Analyzing information.
Analyzing
We
information.
collect from various sources, but how to analyze the information properly.
Okay. What is the meaning of analyze? According to me, the meaning of analyze is discovery. Discovery. Because when you analyze something, you will discover something. And analyzing
Informations.
Analyzing information. Information means facts and figure. Okay. So discovering facts and figure is quite easy thing, but discovering the wisdom is not as easy as you think so. So how will you have a that kind of mindset which will discover facts and figure? Look, information you can gather from everywhere, from every corner of the world, because every corner of this creation, because the word creation is the way to find the mystery. So when you are analyzing something, it means you are discovering something. So when you are discovering something, when you suppose you have find an information from anywhere, pencil is made with that pencil is made with wood. Make a pencil. It is not quite an easy game. So what will you do with having that facts and figure in your mind? Why do you want to make your mind garbage? Do you want to make your mind garbage? No. Facts and figure makes your mind garbage. So that this does this mean that you should not adopt the mindset of having facts and figure? No, this does not mean that. If you want to have that mindset of having or gathering facts and figure, you must always beside this you must have the mindset of having explanation. There are two kinds of people in the world, who follows the explanation and second one follows the information. I'm not insulting anybody, it is their mindset, but information always cannot help you to move forward. It may help you sometime, but at some position it cannot help you. For with information you cannot crack IIT. It is not quite an easy game. It is not just the papers with 100 marks can give you the position in IIT. You must have the mindset of explanation. So analyzing facts and figure, analyzing information means you are adopting the explanation mindset, because you are analyzing the information. What is in this information? What is in this information? When you are analyzing this, you will discover that what is called explanation. You can explain it easily. That's what I would like to say. Thank you.
So Biprajit have nicely said, information helps us many ways with proper explanations. Information is available in everywhere, but explanation should be your. So I have write some quotes and I think to share with our viewers. Okay? Where I change my thinking, I change my belief. Where I change my belief, I change my expectations. When I change my expectation, I change my attitude. When I change my attitude, I change my behavior. When I change my behavior, I change my performance. When I change my performance, I change my life. So to change my life, I must change my thinking. That is